Like, have you seen Liver King recently?
No, what's going on?
He seems like, I don't know, like borderline schizophrenic now.
Okay, but is that also, I think he was mentally ill, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, I would have, listen, let me just classify my definition of mentally illness as someone who lies. I think that's a mental illness.
Okay.
I think lying when it's really obvious.
Yeah.
Like, if I try to tell people I'm 6'3", that's an obvious lie. If I say that over and over again until somebody comes up with a ruler, that's crazy. You have to be a crazy person. That's a mental illness. If you lie and say you're black and you're actually white and you like work for the NAACP, like the Rachel Dolezal lady, kind of mentally ill, right?
Yeah.
So that's mental. That's a mental ill. There's something wrong. You're not thinking clear, and you're doing a thing that we generally, like, universally say is a bad thing, which is lying, right? So if you're doing that, you're lying about taking steroids when it's super obvious you're on steroids. You're 46 years old. You look like a fucking superhero. You're right. You're just super jacked.
Yeah.
And then gets caught.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he has to come out and say that he's. Now imagine you've never been famous, and then all of a sudden you are really, really famous really quickly over the course of a few years. Like social media, all over TikTok, your profile is elevated to the point where you could say to the regular person in the street, you know who Liver King is. Like, oh yeah, that roided up guy. Everybody knows who he is. Then the hate, because your labs come out and finds out he's on a shitload of things. This guy's juiced to the tits. Obviously, for a guy like you or a guy like me, we look at a guy like that, like, you've got to be on the juice. You don't even look remotely normal.
See, everyone says that though too, but a lot of people believe them. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are just ignorant, right?
Yeah.
But the people that knew, like yourself, 100%, you knew that guy was on steroids, right?
Yeah.
So then imagine the anxiety that comes with being exposed and then the hate. Now, I don't know what this dude does in terms of like social media if he reads comments, but just imagine the psychological effect of being bombarded by people calling you a piece of shit and a liar and a fraud all day long. Every time you check your Instagram or whatever you got, your YouTube, the comments are filled with people who hate you.
Yeah.
Filled with it. And you're just like sitting there stewing in your own shit and just freaking out about your decisions, and your brain probably gets overrun by stress.
Yeah, for sure. It's I don't even know for him specifically either if he did psychedelics or not. I'm pretty sure he's talked about it openly, but it was just like some of the videos were really odd, and it kind of reflected behavior I've seen of people who had like experiences gone awry, but certainly not representative of what happens if it's done properly.
Well, I think it depends on if it's done properly to who.
Yeah, like your baseline state and like what you're. Yeah.
I think there's people